All right, so third video in my series of concrete lift drawings. Link to the previous video somewhere here at the top of the screen. All right, on this one, I'm just gonna focus on the slab on grade drawings. So I created this sheet here just to save us some time. And then what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna do the tags on the 3D view, and I'm also gonna do the tags on the plan view. And then after that, I'll create separate sheets for each slab board, and then kind of get more detail on a plan view, section view, and 3D view. So going into double clicking into this one 3D view, I'm going to go ahead and I'm seeing that these slabs almost have like the same color. So I'm just going to go to VG on my keyboard. I'm going to go to filters, and I'm going to try to switch up the colors here a little bit. So slab on grade pour 8. I'm going to give it this color here. So click OK, and then OK here. And then for this one, I'm going to change the color as well to this one. So I'm going to say OK, click apply. All right, so essentially what I just finished doing is I just went through all the slab on grades, which is all these, and then I just kind of changed the colors so they wouldn't be all the same. So it will be a little bit different. All right, so click apply, click OK, and then now we have that. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here to annotate, tag by category, and then I'm going to start tagging. I'm going to say I don't want a leader, turn it off. So I'm going to start tagging all these guys right here. And then for some reason, this little guy got tagged. So we have slab on grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, so that is essentially what we want for this 3D view. So I'm going to right click and say deactivate view. And then I'm going to do exactly the same thing for this plan view. So I'm going to double click in it inside of it. And then I'm going to say visibility graphics, filters, and then my slab on grade pours. I'm going to have to go ahead and add them. So I'm going to say add. And then if I hit S on my keyboard, I can go ahead and select all these guys, and then they're all going to show up right here. So we're just going to do this from scratch, and then I'm going to start a few, and I'm going to stop the video, and then I'll be right back once I finish doing all these. So patterns, actually I'm going to select all the slab. Let me move this guy down just to make sure we're all organized. I'm going to say select all the slab on grades. Click this guy here, and I'm going to say solid fill. Click OK, and then patterns, I'm going to do the same thing, solid fill, click OK. And then what I will have to do here individually is go through each one. So let me click on one. And instead of black, we're going to give it a color of, all right, I'm going to have to do some magic here. So I'm going to click apply, click OK. And I need to, so right click, escape. Let me right click on that guy, hit the activate view, and I'm going to take a screenshot of this guy because I need to know what the colors are. So, all right, so now I am going to double click in here and then click visibility graphics again, go to filters, click the first one, and then I need to see what that color that we just did here. So it's kind of like a greenish, or slab on grade 1 will be that kind of teal color. So slab on grade 1 will be this guy. Click OK. Same here, this teal color, click OK. All right, so now we're going to click apply, click OK. And now if we double click outside, you will see that all these guys match. All right, so I'm going to double click inside again. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing. So I'm just going to go through. I checked up my leader, and then I'm going to go through and tag all these slab on grade pours. All right, so if I right click and say deactivate view, I'm going to fix this name right here. All right, and then the other thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to create a, so essentially I'm just going to do a schedule. So essentially I'm just going to do duplicate this guy, duplicate view, duplicate, And then what I'm going to do instead of wall lift number, this is going to be slab on grade. So I'm going to backspace here. I'm going to say SOG lift number and volume. And then now if I select it and then go to the fields, instead of wall pour number, I'm going to take that back to the left. And then I'm going to take this guy to the right and then move it to the top. Slab on grade. Sort by slab on grade and then by volume. And then formatting, slab on grade, center. This is good. And then cubic yards. This is good. This should be okay. Let's check. All right, something is going on over here. Let me see what I did on the previous one. So filter, wall pour number has a value. All right, cool. So if I go back to this one, filter by SOG has a value. All right. So now that, okay, perfect. That works. So now we have our schedule for slab on grade 1 through 8. So if I close this guy, and then if I drag and drop right here, this is essentially what we wanted. All right, so this is good. All right, so now the next thing that we're gonna do is I'm gonna start creating separate views for each one of these, showing a plan view and a 3D view. I can probably fit like 2 of these slabs into one sheet, and then we'll create all the sheets as we go. And then each one will have a little bit more detail than just the tag number. All right, so if we look at these slabs, we have a lower level slab and then 2 or 4 upper level slabs. So I went ahead and created the 2 different sheets that I'm going to be using. So slab on grade elevation 757.83 and then 762.33. So if I go here, then this is my lower level slab. And then essentially what I can just start doing is doing all my dimensions. So if I do DI on my keyboard, I can essentially just start dimensioning all the different slabs here that we're going to be pouring. And then essentially what we're doing here is giving the guys in the field all the different details and all the different dimensions that they're going to need to be able to build these slabs when they're out there forming and then pouring the concrete. All right, so that is essentially what we need here. And then let's go ahead and do the tags. So this is 2, this is 4, 1, and 3. And then I'm not going to worry about this, what we're seeing here. What we're seeing here is essentially a trench that goes kind of like the low point elevation on these slabs, and then everything kind of drains to the sump. So I'm not going to worry about that for this video. We'll do that separately. All right, so that is the plan view, and then double click inside the view, VG on my keyboard, annotations, click S on the keyboard, turn on sections, click apply. And then I'm going to do 2 sections. One, this section is going to be called, I'm going to hit Control Copy. I'm going to do this section here, and then I have a filter that if it doesn't have my name on it, it's going to turn it off. So let me get rid of this filter. So I'm going to remove that filter, click OK. Now that section came back. I'm going to click this little guy here, gaps and segments, just to kind of break it up, make things a little bit cleaner. And then now we are going to go to the section. But before we do that, I want to create so if I go to collaborate, if I go to view templates, I want to create a template from the current view, just so all the properties and everything that I have turned on and off will show up in this once I go to the section. So create template from current view. I'm going to say lift drawings section, Click OK. Click OK again. And now if I go to this section, so go to view, I can essentially go to the view template, and then I can say select all. And then this is the LD section that I just created. So essentially the lift drawing section. So click apply. So to get rid of that template again, so I click none, then click apply, click OK. And then essentially this is all we're seeing. So now for this section, I'm going to have to turn off all the different walls that we had up here. So if I go to W on my keyboard and then just say wall 1 through 31, I want to select them all. And then I'm just going to turn them off. So click apply, click OK. And then this is what that section looks like. I'm going to go here and just kind of turn these guys off. I think this is the elevated deck, what we're seeing here. So I'm going to go to add elevated slab 9 through 15. Click all these. I'm going to turn them off. There you go. So those guys went off, went away. And now for this section, what I'm essentially going to do is I'm going to turn off this one. So this is 5 and then this is 7. So VG, filters, slab on grade, 5 and 7. So I'm going to turn those two off. So I'm only seeing the section for that lower level. So click apply, click OK. And then here, I'm essentially just going to say, do an elevation annotation. And then I'm going to say DI on my keyboard for dimension. This is 41'2", 1'8" thickness for the slab. And then this should be pretty much it for this guy. So I'm going to close it. And now I'm going to drag this section and then place it right. Let me deactivate view, drag this section, and then essentially just kind of place it right here. And now we're going to move this viewport or this view all the way down here. So now we have essentially a plan view, a section view, and then I want to do another section view kind of running east to west. So I'm going to say select the section, click copy. I'm just going to say right here. Looks like I created 2, so I'm going to delete one of them. Okay, then I am going to rename it. So I'm going to say this one is -01. And I'm going to say this one is 757.83-02. So click apply, close this guy again. Now we're going to rotate it. So we're going to rotate it 90. And then now we have it the way that we wanted it. So if we just have to extend it out here a little bit more, we might have to move all this a little bit over. So this section can essentially be placed where we wanted it and then not get things too crowded. All right, I think that is good. So now we're going to go to that section. So we're going to say go to view. I'm going to say use that template, click apply. Then I'm going to say back to. Now we are seeing these concrete pedestals. So if I go to visibility graphics, I have another filter for that. And if I add it, that should be pipe support 01. We're going to turn that guy off. And then now we're essentially just going to do the same thing that we did for the other one. The other section, we're just going to do it the east to west direction. So we're going to do 1 all the way through. And then here, we're going to say EL on the keyboard for elevation. And then we're going to go to the corner and then just kind of give it that 1 elevation. All right, so this is good. I'm going to close this guy. And then, so that should be 0, 2. So if I hit escape, deactivate view, what I can do now is I can drag this one that we just created. And then we're probably going to want to put it somewhere down here. So to clean this up, actually just select the name and then select the viewport and then kind of move this all the way here. And now the one that we just created is this one here. All right, and now the last thing that we're going to do for this particular view or sheet is we need to add a 3D view right here. So since we already have a 3D view created right here, slab on grade overall. So what I want to do is I'm just going to say duplicate with detailing. And then I am going to call it, I'm going to essentially call it this. So I'm going to say control copy. And then I'm going to say control paste. That is my 3D view. And then what I want to do is I just want to turn off 5, 6, 7, and 8. So if I go to visibility graphics, filters, and then slab on grade 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I'm going to turn these guys off so they won't show up. Click OK. And then now what we can do is if I close this, we can drag this guy that we just created and then essentially just kind of drop it right there. And then on the 3D view, something that we can do is we can double click in there to activate the view. We can hit EL for elevation. And then we can just kind of give it some annotations at each corner, what the elevation is. So in case the slab is sloping a certain direction, then the guys out there in the field will know where to slope the slab. But in this case, I haven't added any slope. I'm going to do that afterwards. But for now, I'm just going to leave it as is. And then I'm going to give it an elevation at each construction joint. This slab does slope to this trench, but like I said, for now, I'm just going to leave it as is. All right. And then one thing that instead of having the slab on grade pour number, now what we're actually going to do, pour number and volume. So if I select all these guys, and then I can just change it to slab on grade pour number and volume. So slab on grade pour number, slab on grade 04, 79 cubic yards. So this is good. And then we're essentially just going to do the same thing for these guys right here. Might be a little bit overkill, but it never hurts. All right, so essentially this is, if I were to give this to the guys in the field, I would give them this slab on grade overall sheet, and then I would give them this kind of backup sheet. And then I know I just did one, but essentially I would create the exact same thing that I did here. I will create it for the upper elevation. So for this slab on grade 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then, so it'll be one sheet, which is this one, 2, and then 3 for the upper elevation. I will give all this to the guys in the field, and they would have essentially everything that they need to build these slab on grades correctly. All right, so I'm going to leave this video here for now. I think there's a few more things that I want to show you. I'll do that in the next video, but leaving this one here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.